Hey guys, Mike from Mortgage Nerds here in Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm here with
Brian Hofmann.
from Mortgage Nerds in Appleton, Wisconsin as well. Today we want to talk about Brian's former life. Brian used to be a plumber. What's the pitch need to be? No, he doesn't want to talk about that. Brian did used to be a plumber, but he's also an appraiser. And in our industry, the appraisal is a big factor. And I just want to kind of really, set some people's mind at ease, like when it comes to appraisal, either a refinance or a purchase. Realtors deal with this sometimes too, I'm sure, on a purchase, sellers. So appraisals ordered from the, now put your appraiser hat on quick.
Old life.
Your old life hat,
All
right? Back in the day when you used to be able to golf all the time and it's like, do whatever you want.
Life was good.
Wasn't it?
Oh man, that was good.
Welcome, buddy. So appraisals ordered. You go to a house, you go in, there's dishes all over the kitchen. What's up? Does it matter?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So I will always say make the house as presentable as possible, because when somebody walks into the home, that first impression is going to be, you just want nice. You want a good impression left in your head.
So of the appraiser?
Of the home.
Yeah, but I'm saying from an appraiser's
Yeah, from the appraiser's perspective.
Because what do they take in consideration when it comes to like the quality of the home,
Right, but I mean, you look at it and go, okay, well, this is how this always is. How's the maintenance of the home? Or things like that. You want your home to be as pristine as possible. Now, if you're packing up for leaving, things like that, can they look through boxes? Absolutely. Right. However, it's the other things, the dirtiness, things along those lines, in my opinion.
Right. So things do, like, to me, I don't think dishes particularly would matter as much. So if the house is clean and
when I think dishes, I'm thinking this whole desk full of dishes and on the floor piled up.
Right. We talked to a lot of people and they're like, my wife is freaking out. There's, she doesn't have time to, clean the dishes and like
there's a cup in the sink, you're okay.
Yeah. There's dishes on the counter, like I'm writing my appraisal, it's fine. If the house is tidy enough, like if it, in general,
correct,
you're good. However, if there's maintenance and there's other things that are issues, you'd definitely want to address those things before an appraisal.
If you just had a couple new interior doors installed, put the trim on.
Yep.
Don't wait for that to be done until after the appraisal.
What's the ramifications if you don't?
Well, I mean, depending on the financing, most of the time it's going to be considered a cosmetic repair, but you're not going to get it if you need, let's say you're looking at, you needed $200,000 to appraise. Mm-hmm. Trim's missing on a few doors. It might come in at 198 or, it's hard to say, but it's like, it could have that instead of pushing it all the way to the top. It holds that value back a little bit.
And it's not necessarily that trim costs $2,000. It's just that the mindset of the appraiser is the house isn't quite finished. This is the top of the end. They're going to back off a little bit, right?
Right.
So what is an appraisal?
An appraisal is an opinion of value.
A third party's opinion of value. So somebody else's opinion of value. Everybody's got an opinion, right?
Absolutely.
And it's going to be vary from person to person. So keep the house in nice, orderly fashion. But if you have laundry that's not folded on the couch, you're good.
You're good.
Right? If you have a few dishes in there, you're good.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to higher level items, you're going to want to address those. Probably have a conversation with your loan officer.
Loan officer or realtor.
Or realtor, for sure.
Depending on what type of transaction, refinance, purchase.
Right.
Yeah. Make the house as nice as you can.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do.
Yep. And then the other thing is some safety hazards. So like some common things that people don't take into consideration maybe is like, you took off a handrail going down to your basement because, it got in the way when you're moving stuff and you never put it back up.
Yep.
Sometimes this can be considered a safety issue.
Right.
And what happens is, and obviously it's not that big of a deal, but if the appraiser has to go back out there, now that sometimes can be, what's a trip charge these days?
$150.
$150 to go back out and say you put it back on.
Correct.
And then it delays the appraisal for a couple more days.
Costs money,
time, energy, pictures, and rescheduling when the appraiser can get there. You got to take off work. So it's not really about the handrail. It's about all the other moving parts that can affect your financing.
Absolutely.
Which is the stuff that we have to deal with. all the time and why Brian still wishes he was an appraiser. Just kidding. Anything else they should know about appraisals?
I think you covered it all, Mike.
I think so. All right. Well, the important part is, guys, if you have questions about your appraisal or that type of stuff, contact your mortgage loan originator or one of us. We'd be happy to answer those questions, right?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. Remember, mortgages are complex. Let mortgage nerds give you the answers
You need.
See you guys.